The scene shifts to the outdoors, where people are discussing their doubts about the festival tomorrow. Rumors have been circulating, fueled by whispers from the servants at the trade house. Apparently, there was quite an uproar about poison being discovered at Roman's lodging. Speculation grows that Roman may have been poisoned, with some suspecting that Barboza could be behind it. After all, incidents like this seem to occur every time Barboza has a match. However, without concrete evidence, the authorities were unable to determine who was responsible, leaving the matter unresolved. The crowd also wonders how Roman, if indeed poisoned, could possibly defeat Barboza. Yet, for the honor of a warrior, Roman has publicly announced that he will take the stage at the festival. Despite being a foreigner, Roman's resolve has earned him the respect of the people. The scene then transitions to the Valhalla Emperor's palace, where Count Gomez informs the emperor that the rumors spreading among the populace are deeply troubling. The talk of potential poisoning has caused widespread doubt, and Gomez suggests that uncovering the truth is imperative, even if it means canceling the festival. Upon hearing this, the emperor turns to Marquis Bellfire and asks for his opinion on the matter. Marquis Bellfire informs the emperor that rumors are just that, rumors. He confidently asserts that Barboza is a warrior capable of defeating Dimitry through sheer overwhelming strength and has no need for something as underhanded as poison. The emperor, noting the Marquis's confidence, remarks that he, too, is looking forward to the match. Privately, Marquis Bellfire suspects that these intentional rumors are the work of the conservative faction. He believes the truth lies with Barboza and is certain that Barboza will prove his dominance as one of the continent's 12 swords. The scene shifts to the next day at the arena. The announcer declares that the star of the festival is about to take the stage. First, he introduces Barboza, a proud warrior of Valhalla and a distinguished member of the continent's 12 swords. Next, he announces Barboza's challenger, the young warrior Roman Dimitry. As the two face off, Barboza addresses Roman, expressing concern about his condition. He mentions that the poison Roman ingested takes time for its effects to fully manifest. Roman, unsheathing his sword, responds with determination, stating that from the moment he first learned about this world, Roman was curious about the continent's 12 swords, renowned as the best warriors, and decided it was the right time to accept Valhalla's invitation. With a smirk, Roman confidently tells Barboza that the effects of the poison Barboza is expecting will not manifest. Barboza, smiling in return, dismisses Roman's words as nonsense. Privately, Roman reflects that Barboza will serve as an excellent example for preparing against future enemies and as a valuable demonstration of his abilities. He resolves that if he struggles even slightly against Barboza, then a war with the Empire would be out of the question. With a serious expression, Roman declares that if Barboza can block all his attacks, he will concede that Valhalla's strength is formidable indeed. As the announcer signals the start of the duel, Roman wastes no time and charges at Barboza, using his first Heavenly Demon sword technique. Barboza counters, effortlessly blocking Roman's strike with his sword. The force of the impact pushes both fighters back. Regaining his balance, Barboza launches a counterattack, striking at Roman with his aura-infused sword. Roman, however, skillfully blocks the attack by executing his second Heavenly Demon sword technique. The audience is astonished by the intensity of the duel. Roman unleashes one of his techniques, striking his aura toward Barboza. A shocked Barboza struggles to comprehend how Roman is displaying such overwhelming power, even while supposedly poisoned. However, Barboza regains his focus, breaks through Roman's aura, and prepares to strike. Yet, Roman remains one step ahead. He invokes the ultimate martial arts technique of the Supreme Masters, known as Annihilation, the final and most transcendent move of the Heavenly Demon. The entire arena becomes engulfed in Roman's aura as he executes the technique, overwhelming Barboza and bringing him down. The audience is left in shock and awe at how decisively Roman defeated Barboza. The announcer declares Roman the victor of the duel, proclaiming that a new member of the continent's 12 swords has been born. At that moment, the servant Roman had tasked with examining the poisoned cup approaches him. The servant, visibly earnest, tells Roman that he has risked his life to uncover the truth and urges him to reveal it, so that Valhalla can find the right path. With those words, the servant hands the cup back to Roman. As Roman takes the cup, the audience begins murmuring, questioning the identity of the servant. Roman then addresses the crowd, stating that someone had poisoned the tea he drank the previous night. When he raised the issue, Baron Jonathan instead accused Roman of disrespecting Valhalla. Roman continues, saying that while he is less concerned about who used the poison, he is deeply disappointed in Valhalla's response to the incident. Holding up the cup, Roman reveals evidence of the poison, as the tea inside has visibly turned black. The audience gasps, speculating whether Baron Jonathan truly resorted to poisoning before the duel. Roman declares that if he had lost the duel against Barboza, the truth would have been buried, and he would have quietly faded into obscurity. Turning his gaze to the Emperor of Valhalla, Roman asks pointedly whether it is truly Valhalla's stance to hold him accountable for seeking the truth in a nation that prides itself on the honor of its warriors. Frustrated, the Emperor finally speaks, admitting that the Valhalla Empire has become a disgrace. The Emperor turns to Baron Jonathan and demands to know if Roman Dimitry's accusations are true. Hearing this, Baron Jonathan stammers and apologizes to the Emperor. Without hesitation, the Emperor orders the soldiers to bring the criminal before him. As Baron Jonathan tries to explain his actions, the Emperor silences him, declaring that Jonathan has disgraced Valhalla's honor. Without further deliberation, the Emperor delivers swift justice, bringing down Baron Jonathan on the spot. Turning back with a fierce, almost crazed expression, the Emperor looks at Roman and asks, "Is this enough?" Roman replies that it is not enough. Punishing Viscount Jonathan is merely a personal punishment. To ensure such incidents do not happen again, Roman suggests implementing institutional reforms. Hearing this, the Emperor of Valhalla grows visibly frustrated and storms out of the arena. Meanwhile, Marquis Belfire reflects on the failed plan, acknowledging that Jonathan is dead and realizing he himself may not escape the Emperor's wrath. Later, the Emperor turns to Marquis Belfire and asks for his opinion on Roman Dimitry. Marquis Belfire responds, stating that Roman is a dangerous individual, not only because he overwhelmed Barboza, one of the 12 swords of the continent, with ease, but also because Roman dared to stand his ground, even before the Emperor. The Marquis adds that what makes Roman truly dangerous is his audacity to openly criticize the Emperor's punishment. Frustrated, the Emperor agrees, exclaiming that Roman had the nerve to question his authority. The Emperor then orders Marquis Belfire to fully support Kronos' plan, ensuring that Roman Dimitry never returns alive. The scene shifts to the Warp Gate, where Roman prepares to depart. A worker informs Roman and his subordinates that there is an issue with the Warp Gate, rendering it unusable for the time being. The repairs, the worker explains, will take about 2 weeks. The worker then suggests that Roman and his subordinates stay in Marin until the gate is operational. Hearing this, Roman silently reflects, suspecting that Valhalla has deliberately blocked the Warp Gate. Realizing this, Roman concludes there is only one option left, traveling to another trading city, which is a month's journey from Marin. Roman considers that Valhalla likely anticipated this decision and has blocked Marin's Warp Gate to orchestrate an opportunity to eliminate him during the long journey. Turning to his subordinates, Roman firmly says, "Let's go." The scene shifts to a palace, where a worker informs Marquis Belfire that Roman Dimitry has left Marin and is heading for the trading city. Hearing this, the Marquis asks when the best time to launch an attack would be. The worker hesitates, explaining that there is a complication. Too many eyes and ears are on Dimitry at the moment. Thanks to his resounding victory at the Valhalla Festival, Roman Dimitry has gained immense fame overnight. The people of Valhalla follow Roman as if on a pilgrimage, making it impossible to attack him without risking significant civilian casualties. However, Marquis Belfire dismisses these concerns, telling the worker that civilian lives are of little importance. He notes that it is Kronos, not Valhalla, who will be attacking Roman, and whatever actions they take will not implicate Valhalla. The Marquis then instructs the worker to inform Kronos to proceed without restraint. The scene shifts to a forest, where Roman and his group are ambushed. The people traveling with Roman are shocked to witness the victor of the Valhalla festival being attacked. Whispers ripple through the crowd as they speculate about the attacker's identity. Soon, It becomes evident that the assailants are shadow warriors from the Kronos Empire. The battle begins with intensity. Chris focuses on the flow of mana and, using his flash lightning technique, eliminates a shadow warrior in an instant. Roman quickly orders Vulcan and Pukki to eliminate all remaining enemies. Responding to Roman's command, Pukki and Vulcan charge forward, systematically taking down most of the shadow warriors with ease. The remaining shadow warriors, stunned by the overwhelming strength of their opponents, warn Vulcan and Pukki that they are making a grave mistake. Before they can say more, Roman appears from behind and takes down one of the shadow warriors with a single swing of his sword. "You're talking too much," Roman remarks coldly. Turning to one of his subordinates, Roman asks, "Did you record everything?" The subordinate nods and confirms that he did. Roman then orders him to begin spreading the footage across Valhalla, immediately using the magical video recorder. With a determined gaze, Roman adds, "Let's make this game bigger." The scene shifts to Valhalla, where the people watch the video in growing outrage. They question who would dare step into their empire's land and act with such impunity. As the footage reveals the identity of the attackers, the shadow warriors of the Kronos Empire, the citizens of Valhalla feel their pride wounded. Many proclaim that Lord Roman, who embodied Valhalla's honor and pride, must not be allowed to fall in their territory. They ask themselves how they could ever speak of a warrior's pride again if Roman were to be killed on their soil. United in their outrage, the people of Valhalla raise their voices, their cries for justice reaching the Valhalla court. The royal court expressed their anger at the Kronos Empire's attack and announced that they would investigate its purpose. However, no further action was taken. Under the pretext of careful deliberation, the royal court created an excuse not to send troops. Meanwhile, Roman's private forces continued to endure relentless attacks from the shadows. At this point, Sanchez and a few of his subordinates, who had supported Morales, arrived to assist Roman. Roman thanked Sanchez for the sentiment, but told him that their skills would be of no use and would only hasten their demise. Sanchez responded that if he had wanted to live, he wouldn't have come here. Roman smiled and remarked that Sanchez was foolish, and it seemed that it was too late to take back that choice. Sanchez, confused, didn't understand what Roman meant. Just then, a whole army of cloaked shadows appeared. Seeing them, Sanchez immediately ordered his subordinates to prepare for battle. They must assist Roman Dimitry as representatives of Valhalla. Sanchez had assembled a unit of aura swordsmen to fight against the shadows. As Sanchez and his subordinates harnessed their aura and charged toward the cloaked shadow warriors in front of them, Sanchez is shocked when one of the shadow warriors uses a blink technique and vanishes from his sight. Stunned, Sanchez realizes that these warriors are not mere shadows. They are superior beings, the abyssal demons. In the air above, one of the demons dodges Sanchez's strike with ease, its dark aura swirling around it.